I didn't think I had too much game, to be honest with you. I just think that I just love being able to connect with people. I've been able to, I feel like, do that my entire life, um and I think it just meant more here because we were in such a high intense dating situation. Like, you have to get to those topics very quickly. It's not like you can go on date 6 and 7 and 8 and say, oh, now what are your favorite sexual positions? Like, we were talking about those things like on day 2, because like that's kind of where this conversation has to go to see if you have chemistry or something. But I probably, if I'm being so honest with you, we probably talked about sex like 3% of the time.
Hmm.
Like, so it was interesting to watch it look like all I wanted to talk about was sex, because I'm like, no, no, that's not what happened.
Well, you're being very humble. Is that part of your mystique? You know, you're being very humble about your riz. I mean, you did say things like,
And your girl's getting it in right now.
you did seem to be having fun out there, AJ. I'm just playing what was in the show.
Yes, yes. No, I totally get optics and how it looks and what that looks like to people. So I can never blame the edit. I'm not going to blame the things that, those are the things I said and those are the things I did, right? But overall, I think for me, it generally was, I have to stop talking about my ex. Like, there was a point in time the producers literally would come over a few times during the dates and tell us, you guys have to stop talking about your ex.
Hmm.
Like, your
Yeah.
ex is dating, you have to stop. And I'm like, dang, like, I didn't realize we were talking so much about our exes like that. So I think you just try to like put on this brave face, because um overall, you're here for a reason. Overall, you're here to know if you want to get married or get engaged to your person. And if I kept thinking about Brittany, if I kept going down that rabbit hole, it wasn't going to get me the answers I needed to help myself get on one knee or not get on one knee. So
So when the choice for trial partners finally came up,
yeah.
um, were you surprised to hear your name coming up so much, or was that expected from you?
I was surprised because for me, we were told not to talk about who our number ones were. So then to look back and watch that people were talking about who their number ones were, and then that became a conflict, I was generally shocked. I didn't know that I touched, I mean, 3 out of 10 women, I guess. But I honestly, like, for me, I was in a place where I was super indecisive on who I wanted to pick, because the dating week is not a full week. It's a couple days. So with me being so indecisive, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know who to pick. Like, and you're trying to remember names, you're trying to remember what they do, their family, who they are, and you're trying to make sure you have all the facts together for one person and then do that for another person, and then make a conscious decision within like 4 or 5 days. And this decision is going to help you understand if you want marriage with your original partner. So um I was shocked. I was shocked. I was even more shocked what Bridget said, because I generally just felt blindsided by that. I was completely like, girl, what do you mean? Like, I brought up physicality. Watching it back, I see what was said, but that's not all we talked about. And especially with Bridget, you see me and her having those conversations about sex, and then my mom, that was the only day we talked about sex. Like, the only day we talked about it. So any other date that I went on with Bridget, it wasn't that sexual or sensual or any of that. It was really about like marriage and what we want and what does that look like if we were to be in a trial marriage together. So I was shocked.